Shout out to some of our vendors, some of our sponsors. Okay, all white. About to give away 200 laptops with this young lady right here. Shout out to some of our vendors, some of our sponsors. Okay, all white. About to give away 200 laptops with this young lady right here. Shout out to some of our vendors, some of our sponsors. Hey, all white. About to give away 200 laptops with this young lady right here. Shout out to some of our vendors, some of our sponsors. All white.
Make sure y'all follow me on Instagram. It's OG Snipe. All right, I'm out. Make sure y'all follow me on Instagram. It's OG Snipe. All right, I'm out. Make sure y'all follow me on Instagram. It's OG Snipe. All right, I'm out. OG Snipe.
So real quick, everybody, thank everybody for keeping out. Give yourself a hand for the like, hey, I can't find them. Right. We're gonna take a couple of our sponsors now, a couple of people that many of you know, the 40-acre, not only the 40-acre conference, the legacy group, the brand is all about impact and our biggest thing,
Real quick, everybody, thank everybody for keeping out with me. Like, hey, I can't find them. The 40-acre, not only the 40-acre conference, the brand is all about and the biggest thing. Real quick, thank everybody for keeping out with me.
Honored to be here today. I am the Senior Director of Community Impact for CompuDots. CompuDots is a 501c3. We're a nonprofit that's bridging the digital divide. That's fancy talk for getting devices, getting technology education to those who need it the most. So we take refurbished devices. So those of you that work in big companies that get the devices, you're like, oh, yay. And then after 5 years, you like have to give it back and get a new one. What happens to those old devices? We take them, we refurbish them, we clean them up, we give a certificate of erasure, and then send them back into the communities that need them the most. So if you have children that will be participating in the event on June 15th, that's the day we're going to be delivering 200 devices out to the community. So I have a QR code that I can share with y'all today, so y'all can spread it out far and wide to the kids that need it. Sounds good? All right. I didn't know if I needed to say.
No, you good. Next we have indeed, most of you know, it is Houston Cigar Week. So not only are we doing great things with a bunch of those events that we have one of the things that we try to do with events especially, and I will say this at the risk of offending some people. Black people are usually in Houston specifically, we're the worst at working together, right? And then you get a few that really want to tap in. And I have been told, I said that at another conference and they said, man, that's a self-living belief. You just need to get to the right people and you'll get a few that work together and then you can change that narrative. So we have 2 or 3 different conferences and people that hold big events sitting here. Biggest one going on right now, and the title sponsor for that event, y'all give it up for XO Premium Supreme Cigar. That's how we stay in business as Black people. Support.
Good afternoon, I'm Clint W. Smith with XO Supreme Cigar. This is my business partner, Saga Santana, all the way from the Dominican Republic, coming in to speak to you guys today.
Hey, how you doing, guys? ¿Cómo están? ¿Todo bien?
Just to tell you a little bit about our cigars, they're authentic Dominican hand-rolled cigars. They're made, produced, manufactured, everything is completely Dominican. And I can tell you that because I have the Dominican guy right here. Now, I kind of run the sales operations here in the Houston area and in the United States. He takes care of everything everywhere else plus here. So if you have any questions, you're trying to do any event, you need your own brand, your own stick, we do all of that. So we take it from the soil to the leaf to your lip.
And just to let you know a little bit more about it, it's just in case any of your sponsors or somebody try to catch a customer and you want to create a small label for special cigars, and we have to supporting them to get a good deal, and then you sell it to get a profit, we can also count on me and call me, and then we can put it together to help you out as well. So we'll be nice because the people buying stuff, but they don't know they're supporting somebody else. So it could be your label on the stick, and we help you out too.
We have cards over there, and we also have cigars for sale. See you over at the table. Thank you guys, we appreciate it.
We appreciate you, man. Congratulations to keep doing what you're doing.
Thank you, appreciate it.
My pleasure, my pleasure.
Thank you very much.
Come on, go support them with some cigars. Next, we have, and this young lady has been one of our brunch sponsors a few times. Y'all give it up. She helps small business owners get their books right, get their payroll right. Give it up for Miss Carrie Jackson.
Happy to be here. Happy to be here again at One's Legacy Brunches. Like you said, I work with ADP, specializing in small business. So I help small business owners grow, stay where they are, but do it the best way to stay in compliance, to keep you in business, and to kind of streamline some administrative processes to make life even easier for the small business owner. That's me, Kara Jackson, ADP.
All right.
Mr. Brookie, come on, if y'all haven't had one of these Brookies, y'all need one of Brookie's Brookies.
Hey, how y'all doing? Good. I am the Brookie King of Boogie's Brookies, also part of my company, Zay Signature Creations, where we serve true hospitality through devising hospitality services. Today I'm representing our luxury dessert brand, Brookies, combination between a brownie and a cookie. Let's show our hands who've had a Brookie before.
My favorite.
Who has not had my Brookies? So we do have some bite-sized samples, and you're more than welcome to purchase some of our minis as well. But we ship them across the nation in 21 flavors. We deliver locally here in Houston. We've been online for 4 years, and now we're gearing up for our first storefront. And thank you so much. And we are still seeking funding and assistance with locking in our storefront. We have 2 locations in mind, but if anybody out there would like to be a part of the journey, definitely come and see me and let me know. These are our new boxes that we just rolled out as well. Our Grand Lux Matte Black boxes has our gold logo on it. It also includes 3 of our muffin-sized Brookies. So you won't see those here today. You see our minis, but normally our large ones go in these boxes. And then you can also get large party packs for events as well. So come and see me, Boogie's Brookies, true hospitality.
I love it. And last, before we start this panel, I think we just had some queens come in the room. So y'all come up, tell us a little bit about what you do, how you do it. Tell us, you just step in here. Y'all give them a hand. Good afternoon, everybody. I am McQueen's custom tailor. I've been in Third Ward 24 years at Almeida and Wheeler. I've been doing what I've been doing since 1989. Also am the starter of Unwind Wine Bar. If you have not been there, which is 2 doors down from my store as well, so everything is centralized. I stopped by for fellowship. We love to meet and connect people. This is my Queen Kim, and Kim is gonna say a word too.
Hi, I am Kimberly H. I am a celebrity hairstylist. I also am the maker and founder of Glow and Aromatherapy Skin Conditioning. So when you rub it in your hands, I have some samples for some of them. You rub it in your hands and you smooth it on your skin. It not only relaxes, but it helps you ease anxiety by affecting your sympathetic nervous system. But it makes your skin feel really incredible. I'm also the curator of women's accessories at McQueen's Custom Clothing, Shoes, and Accessories. And newly, I am the president of Citywide Beauty and Barber. And so all of your hairdressers should be coming to us because we are part of the health and wealth of your community. And so we do many things, part of health initiatives. We've done colorectal screenings, or not colorectal screenings, but education. Which is a partnership with the University of Maryland. We have some other things that we're going to be doing with the University of Maryland and some of the districts around town. We always have mental health moments. So if you are a mental health professional, we need to partner with you. And we also have financial wellness classes, lots of different things to interest not only the hairdresser and barber, but other people in the community. So we want to make sure that we are that. Thank you.
All right.
That's beautiful.
And last, before we get started, we have a nationally recognized, globally, world-renowned recognized artist. Last year, we started our film festival, which we're gonna have our 2nd annual one this year. And we did it big. We're gonna do it bigger this year. So y'all give it up for Mr. Dennis Lance. First, also, thank everybody for having me. Thank Ellen. I'm not prepared, but I am a nationally recognized artist. I've been published by National Geographic, so that's where you put a lot of the wildlife photography. My medium is in mixed media and architecture, so a lot of the things that you see kind of is a catalyst of that. I am continuing on with that journey and building community. I wanted to bring value into how we think when it comes down to art. I'm just having this conversation with Vaughn about how artwork can be an asset to our lives. It can be used like gold in time. So with that, with it being an appreciation asset, it's something that I want to bring the information to the people. So I'm very grateful to be here today to be able to share that with you all and hope that we can continue to connect. So thank you. Y'all never know who's in the room, and the big part of this is it's all about quality, so not just quantity. So shout out to Black Wall Street, right? Been doing a lot of big things in the room. You want to come over and tell the guys? Come on. One of the biggest influencers, not only in the city, but in the world. That's right. Sitting right next to Stan.
Hey, peace. Much love. Man, I really do value these moments because when we get around each other and we have this collective genius and we talk to each other and really build, we can change the world. And I've seen it happen. I've seen people come together, small groups of people, and they changed that industry. They changed the world. So for me at Black Wall Street, what we want to do is connect us digitally by being able to connect not just the Black African American, but to Africa, into Germany, into Europe, right? We should be a collective global society, if you will.
Absolutely.
Especially the whole African dialect. So, you know, we're using media, we teach entrepreneurs how to make money online as well. So if you scale online, we travel and connect people. So we bring education. You know, that's part of what we do here. We create these events and help put them on, help market the event so everybody can be in the building. So that's one of my positions. My name is Martell Matthews. I'm also the CEO of Good Feeling Hemp. So I founded my company in 2020. I had one of the first African-American hemp companies in the state of Texas. I'll be giving an hour presentation on June 8th at the Woke Money Conference. That's gonna make me come out tonight to promote that event as well. Let us see you all in the room. We'll talk about how you can enter into the legal cannabis hemp industry. We're in all 50 states here in 26 different countries as well with different partnerships that I have. So if you're interested, let us know, get with me. We'll get you the tickets to go to the Woke Money Conference. It's on June 8th at the NRG. So appreciate it.
All right, well, we're gonna get started and, I know it's Sunday, we won't be long. So here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna bring four powerful speakers to tell us a little bit about who they are, where they've come from, and how they can help us get to the next level, whatever that may be and whatever we aspire to do. So first, I'm going to bring up the lady who made this all happen. I remember when I first was gonna do my 40-acre conference and she said, you wanna do what? You wanna do how? You wanna do it when? All right, let's roll. Let's see who I can connect you with, right? Other people will say, nah, man, nah. So even with this room, we're on the other side and put a few people together and within 24 to 48 hours, she was there and we made it happen. So y'all give it up for the billionaire, Miss Tiffany.
Right.
Thank you, Alan. I appreciate you, man. This man, one thing about Alan, baby, he ain't giving up, okay? I love that about him. And when I met him, he was like, yeah, I'm doing 100 events in 10 days. You go, boy.
Over there. Go over there.
Yeah, but you know, I just, thank you so much for being here today, honestly.
Oh, you say you getting out? No.
No.
Come on, sit
Oh,
down.
sit down. Oh, sit down.
She thought that was it. No,
Oh, man.
we gonna bring, so this gentleman has been a proponent of, whatever trial, whatever tribulation happens, both personally and professionally, he always finds a way to make it through, and he's an inspiration for a lot of people. He's gonna tell you a little bit about his story. Y'all give it up for Mr. Bonte.
I didn't even know he was talking about it.
Right?
Man, you're the legend.
Oh, I need to say something.
No, go ahead, we'll.
Oh, sorry.
The other thing is, one of the things we need to learn how to get better at is when I go to New York, when I go to Atlanta, everybody taps, right? When you go in and you show up, what are you, that's going, and I'm hopelessly optimistic that it's gonna be like that in Houston here soon. But this young lady has jumping in 2 feet first. So we need to support her, and she's doing something great with financial literacy. So y'all give it up for Miss Cat with the Woke Money Conference.
I just sit right here.
And this gentleman, so I've been, for those of you that understand not only the direct sales industry, the health industry, any industry, business industry, that anything you want to do to make money, they call him the payday king for a reason. And I'm gonna say this, a lot of people, we don't throw this out, but you know, not only do we give awards, because when I was a kid, there weren't a lot of entrepreneurs that I really knew and we really understand that they could make money and it was legitimate. So y'all give it up to the payday king. Let's go. And if if you don't know why we're wearing all white, it is Houston Cigar Week, so after this, we're gonna pull up at Ivy, the 10,000 people gonna be in all white, and we just gonna have a little bit. of fun. The bartender, if y'all want to order from the bar or get something, they'll be coming around to, get anything, just raise your hand and we'll go from there. And last but not least, this young lady doesn't know it, but she's about to be our moderator. She understands what it takes to get money out there and to find that different money. And she's wearing a hat. She doesn't even know. I was gonna put her on stage. I was serious. Come on.
Oh, okay.
So this is what we want to do. We want to create maximum value here. I just heard you give a whole panel before this, before we started here. But we want to know, and this young lady eloquently is going to ask, we just want to know, keep it moving. We want to know a little bit about your story, how you got here, what's your biggest obstacle, and how we can help you, or you can help others along your journey. Y'all give it up for our panel. You mean like Vanna Black, don't you? Come on, Vanna Black.
Yeah, okay, well, here I am. So we'll start at the end.
Or the beginning.
Yeah, the end of the beginning.
No, so my name is Tiffany Parker, and I'm a publicist, but I also am just a lover of entrepreneurs. I really expect people to get up every day and get at it. It's just a whole different ball game. But that doesn't mean that people who, are working with I call them your private investors, because eventually most people who want to know. And I say where they have a traditional job, they usually want to go into a entrepreneurial space. So I think the biggest obstacle for me is that although I grew up around really financially conscious parents, and my mom was eventually degree, so schools and blah blah blah, I still was not paying attention. I always not younger people, I'm like 55 months old, like, don't and not, one thing about Japan, like the Chinese, people walking on the road, pay attention to all of the signs and because there's something, each part of your journey that's going to tell you something that you're going to need for the future. So for me, God was just very, very kind to me and help me stumble along. I've got a personal assistant to some of the top. Anything I wanted to do without having any real, I have formal education, I have a degree, but that's not really what got me the experiences that I got. So I'm just encouraging each person that one thing about an obstacle is that about a wall, either you can go around it, you can learn to scale it, or you can simply knock it down. But whatever you do, don't let it stop you. So that
Very modest. I know if anybody haven't met this lady in the room, please make sure you connect with her before you leave. It's a real good person.
and give you some good free advice too.
Yeah.
And that was the drive.
Mhm.
But I'm gonna Taylor. Today's Sunday, so I'm gonna take y'all to church a little bit. I'm just a nobody trying to be somebody. I'm a servant. I understand servitude to my people, to my community. I'm in the nonprofit sector of business. And what we do is I'm justice impacted. And so when I came home, I did 13 and a half years of being in prison. And I've been home 12 years now. And I always found myself being in a great space. I didn't take any doors being closed in my face to say, well, I'm black man, I got an X on my back, I'm failing, so I'm not gonna succeed. I still found the route. And during those time frames, I always found myself back around my people, helping my people, volunteering in the community. I work with kids now, the youth that we may see on the news that's doing some of these horrific crimes that's happening in the Houston area. With my kids. That's why I work with. mentor. I'm just a guy that's just trying to do my part, leave a legacy in some form of fashion, but just make my contribution to the world.
All right, look, well, hello, everybody. My name is Catherine Mitchell, but I am respectfully referred to as Miss Cat. I am the founder of the Woke Money Movement, which is an initiative to bring financial literacy to the Black and Brown community. However, woke money is not the resource. We are the curator of resources. So that means that we just grab you and you and you, and we bring all of it together to serve to the community. So I am an advocate. I am the missionary, for financial literacy. So on June 8th, we're basically putting together the manifestation of what we do, online, I guess, for lack of better terms. And we're just gonna have a big hub of resources, whether it be, financial literacy, the community violence, intervention, community, just Black excellence. It's gonna be hosted at NRG. So I appreciate you, Alan, for giving me a platform and a voice, because again, all I am is just the plug, the financial literacy plug, right? To help bring that to our people.
Wow. Thank you. First of all, thank you all for being here today. You guys could have been anywhere. Thank you, Alan, for putting this together, and thank you for inviting me. All right. My name is Shadoas Juan Eaton. All my friends call me CJ. And it's great to see Kim Queen here. I've been on Kim since junior high school. Junior high school. And I've been a serial entrepreneur all my life, above board and not. All right. And so born right here, grew up in South Park, Texas. Anybody from South Park, Texas? South Park. Yeah. Entrepreneur. My mother is my rock. My mother is 84 years young. She taught psychology at Texas Southern University for 30 years. She's not in the best health now, so I get her today. I have 5 beautiful children. I was a single father. I raised 4 of them by myself, right? Like you, I had vacation for a little while, so saved my life.
Right.
I'll follow it up, right? So I had a chance to relax, regroup, and but because I have always, I went to an elementary called River Oaks Elementary. You guys ever heard of River Oaks Elementary?
Yeah.
Vanguard program, all right? So there's a very rich individual by the name of Jay Bezos that also went to River. He was a class ahead of me. I do Jeff Bezos, River Oaks. He was at the same time. Class ahead. I didn't know him, right? But anyway, I saw those big, can I say ass? I saw those big ass houses out there.
Yeah.
I saw that growing up. I always wanted to be a part. I grew up in South Park, Texas, MLK Meatball. So the shit that I learned on the streets, it's not the shit that I saw going to school. That's why my mother busted me out because she didn't want me to be a citizen. Right. And so I saw some things early on in my life that I wanted to find things in life, right? And so I was very fortunate to be taken up under the wings of some individuals who knew how to make money, right? And they taught me the art of making money legally, how to take that street shit that I was doing and take it to a whole other level. And I was very fortunate to get introduced to the industry of direct sales, network marketing, the greatest industry in the world, where you take somebody straight out the penitentiary and teach them the art of direct sales, how to draw some zeros, learn the comp plan, and create an 8-figure income. Right. So and I just manifest that into other businesses, from direct sales. To this day, I own a home security company. I'm an authorized dealer. I got people out there selling alarms to this day. They sell, install ADT Premier chip. Right. I own healthcare clinics. Back in the late 90s, when this healthcare craze went on, someone taught me the game of physical therapy, and I went from a zero to a hero. All right, and that's what caused me to have to go on vacation. But it wasn't my fault, it was the doctor's fault. He the one that didn't do the paperwork. I just owned the clinic. And so, did very well, and, while I was on vacation, I had to recreate myself because I was losing I lost all my license, I lost all my freedom. And so the person that came to mind for me was, who do I know that's a convicted felon that makes a lot of money? I was laying up in my bunk and Don King came by. And so I said to myself, well, if Don can do it, I can do it. And I was introduced to the payday loan business. I was told that the payday loan business, people make a lot of money. And I met a Jew boy online and I needed to borrow some money, really. I needed $200 and guy turned me on to the payday loan. I looked at it and I saw it. And I asked this Jew boy if he'd give me a chance to bring him some deal, and he did. And when he did that, that's when I became the payday king. I became the third largest online provider of cash advances all across the country. And I did that for 7 years. Yeah, I don't know anything about payday loan business, good God. But he got shut down in 2012 for some irregulatory issues, and he caused me to shut down. And so I just kind of coasted until the next thing came along. And just on March the 9th of this year, I was minding my own business at a TSU basketball game. And I saw an old friend of mine, his name is Floyd Johnson. Some of y'all may know him, all right? And Floyd said, CJ, hey man, I used to be big in that network marketing shit, boom, 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 you know that here. Yeah, I said, Floyd, I retired about 5 years ago, I'm good, all right? And he says, man, you heard about this cannabis company? I said, motherfucker, I just told you I retired 5 years ago. And so he said, hey man, there's some people making a whole lot of money. He told me who the owner was, and that's what piqued my interest. And when he told me that, I just did a little quick research and some things checked out. And I told Floyd, I said, Floyd, if this shit checked out like a thing, I'm coming out of retirement. All right. And I called my law firm, talked to a couple people. They checked all the rules, laws, and everything out. I knew nothing about cannabis or anything, nothing. And shit, on March 14th, how they look back, I'm one of the top income earners in this country. I need y'all to please give this man right here, Martell Matthews, another round of applause. No, y'all don't know who he is yet, but he is my mentor. All right, he's 31 years young. He has been in the 30. Okay. He's been in the dispensary business even for people who want a dispensary was. And he and I are collaborating, and we're about to do some very, very big things here in the city. And some of y'all gonna get really sick and call nasty rich for just fucking with us. All right. Some of y'all gonna miss this shit. All right. I'm telling you right now. I've been doing this for a long time. Some of y'all gonna miss this. So those, y'all see that lady right there? That's my daughter. Y'all say hey to Brittany. She's the heir to the throne. So I'm gonna shut up, turn it back over. Go from there.
Well, you know what, it's good. That was a great segue because I want to talk about the power of proximity. Because I always tell people, you can't be what you can't see. And so I came up by the sunny side, and the reason why a lot of us aspire to be dope boys and things like that is because that's all you saw, right? Those are the people riding on the boats, tipping on fofos, right? So how do you find viable mentors, right? Because if all you're seeing is individuals who are getting the money the wrong way, how do you find people who are getting the money the right way if they're not in your community?
That's a very good question. And for me, I got lucky. All right. I was very fortunate when I was introduced to direct sales in 1993. There was a brother, his name is Vincent Bill Sr., and he drove a black Ferrari. He lived out in the Woodlands, and he was up on the 19th floor of the financial tower, and he was everything I aspired to be. All right. And he freely gave to me what I was looking for. Okay. So I was really in the right place at the right time. Okay. And he taught me a few things.
So if you're not in the right place at the right time, how would you find a viable mentor?
Well, I'm big on connections, networking, talking to people. And I'm gonna say this on camera, I'm really not a free person, but I know how to make those connections. And for me, a lot of times coming into situations like this or my own personal, I guess you could say, like studies, I connect online, I connect via email, I reach out to people that's doing something that I want to do.
Right.
And get my education on them. And hey, give them a phone call.
Okay. Ms. Cat?
Well, you kind of said what I was gonna say. So the great thing is now we have social media.
Yeah.
So, you can, I know some of it be fake, right? But at the end of the day, that's where research comes in, right? So, for those that you aspire to be like, go, if they're having something, pull up, be in the room. I think that's the problem. It's like, I think people think that somebody gonna come break in and make it great, like, no.
That's funny. That's funny. I really do think that.
No, this false sense of entitlement, I don't know where it comes from, but nonetheless, you do have to like go get it. Like, so when they call you in the night, like, Kat, what you doing? Like, oh, I'll be there. Like, I was ready, but hey. So nonetheless, like, just get in the room, but definitely do your research, and that's just how it works for me.
No.
And then also, when you do find that viable person, you done check, you done heard the testimonials, invest in yourself, like, invest in yourself. I don't understand why people think that, like, I got all these jewels and gems and I should just give them away. No, that's not how that works. You need to invest in yourself, because why would somebody invest in you if you're not gonna invest in yourself? So just, definitely.
Well, that's a great statement, because I deal with investors, right? And these are mostly private and equity investors. So they're looking for people who've already invested in their own businesses before they start making an investment. How can we get people to understand how important that is? Because I'll be honest, the hardest people for me to help has been
us.
Black people. Black people. Because most of the time we're the least likely to invest. Not all. Like, these are the people who invest, right? But this place should have been filled to the brim, right? The individuals who wanted to get in the room. And I always tell people, when people say cost, I already know what mindset they're thinking of. Because poor people think, what is this going to cost me? Versus a prosperity mindset says, how much do I need to invest?
Yeah.
Totally different mindset, right? Cost versus investment. How can we get people to understand that they need to invest in themselves? Because God gives seed to the sower. So I was telling, like, the reason why you're not, because you're not planting. Right? You have invested in your own education, you haven't invested in your own, but now you want me to go to bat in front of these multi-million-dollar investors and convince them why they should give you money when you haven't even put skin in the game. So how do we get more people to put skin in the game? Miss Tiff.
Well, actually, if I could go back to that question about where I got my kind of start.
Yes, please.
I mean, I don't want to like ever discount the church. Y'all want to say about church, but that's gonna be the last people to put y'all down. At least
Listen, I'm preaching.
I mean, I learned how to cook, cuss, clean, play piano, speak, fight, date, sing. I made all my. If you can make it in the Black church, you can make it in the world. It's the toughest environment ever.
But it's the best environment.
It is the best environment. If you get a chance to just get involved in a place of worship, a place of like-minded people, I'm telling you, there's something about being in a space where like-minded people know that there's something bigger than themselves.
Yeah.
So I just gotta any platform I get on, I just gotta say, like, if you try to do something without God, it's gonna be impossible.
Absolutely.
So that's why I learned. As a matter of fact, I got a chance to work with celebrities and athletes and entertainers just because the dude that I knew since I was 3 got drafted and he took me with him. And I met him at the church. I'm not there from the church. Okay, see the connection, but to your question about
how to
invest in yourself. I mean, when you spend a dime anywhere, you invest it in somebody else.
Yeah.
At the end of the day. And so I always try to encourage people. That's what the Billionaire Network is. It is a collaborative of brilliant individuals with a $1 billion mindset. And if you're not willing to invest anything in yourself, first of all, why would anybody else do it? That's right. She's talking about such entitlement. I was born in '69. I don't nobody owe y'all nothing. And if you think that somebody's gonna show up at your house, like she said, break in and give you something, like there's so much on the internet you can do. It's 7 billion people on it every day. You are against those people, except the people, the outliers. Y'all know what that is, right? People who function outside of this court right here. You get out here, you get dressed and you come to spaces like this where it's into quality and not quantity. You're gonna make way more net worth movement in this
impact.
space, in impact, if you get in a room and talk to somebody one-on-one. I mean, computers, robots, all that other stuff that you youngsters do right now, there's nothing like hand-to-hand combat. Just telling you right now, I came up in the music industry where we passed out flyers to people, we sold records out, truck.
Yeah.
You know, we went.
Yeah.
And no matter what it took, we showed up and it matters. So this is what I say lastly, is you don't deserve to go further than your faith, right? And so however far you're willing to believe for, that's just exactly where you're gonna find the purpose. It ain't gonna be low hanging fruit. So that's just my old lady, my old lady substance, and just, you know, just go, just get up and go, just like you think today.
Yeah. So Vaughn, how do you convince individuals to invest in themselves?
I do my best to meet people where they're at. A lot of times people don't know their value. It's like what sis was saying in the question that you posed. It's an investment. So sometimes it's not all money, it's time. And time is a currency within itself.
Absolutely.
And so definitely to the answer to your question, I show people my value. A lot of time my value may not be my benefit. It might be for the people that I'm connected.
Sure.
And so once they get that understanding, they gonna always call me for something. You know, to make a connection, or a lot of times people come back and just show appreciation. And I use that as I guess you could say like a superpower.
Okay. Okay.
You follow what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
I value the relationships that I build.
Okay.
And that's most important to me.
Okay.
In making those connections.
Absolutely. Ms. Cat?
So for me, I don't try to convince people to invest in themselves. All I can do is just present the opportunity. But I think that a lot of it is the mindset. So we have to heal our relationship with money. We have to heal just our mind, period. So I think that before people can really you know, invest or feel, because some people don't even feel like they worthy to make a 6 figures. Some people don't even feel like, you know, I could say here's $1 million game plan, but because their mindset is so jacked up, right, they can't even receive it. So I think in order for people to learn how to invest in themselves, they have to look in the mirror and heal themselves first.
So it's an identity.
Yeah, they have to heal themselves first, and then they'll be able to take it to the next. That's just my opinion.
Okay.
But
do with it is totally up to you, right? But because the good Lord, our creator, has blessed me to, I'm 60 years old, I'll be 60 next year, right? I'm 59. How old are you, Kim?
I will be 60 this year.
Okay, so you're not making that,
Yeah,
right? So
you're the same.
based on experience, the stuff that I've gone through in life and the knowledge that I've attained and whatnot, I would be a hypocrite to my creator if I didn't give back what he has freely given to me.
Right,
sure.
So I just try to teach and educate and show, and I meet Martell, just, I listen to my daughter now, all right, where she used to try to tell me things that, well, I'm dad, you know who I am, but dad, well, now I listen, all right, so we got 2 ears and 1 mouth, right? So I meet people, and we build relationships.
Yeah.
And when you build that relationship and find a common bond, next thing you know, sky's the limit.
Absolutely. I want to go back to the church. I got a lot to say about that.
Yeah, so let's go back to.
Yeah. I feel like church is a great place, right? As y'all can see, I'm definitely a believer. But I feel like the church, Black church, I don't know about everybody else's church, but I feel like the Black church has helped us to stay in poverty. And let me tell you why. I grew up in churches where even if you think about some of the songs, oh, in the sweet by and by, and soon and very soon we gonna see the King. It was never about living a rich life on earth. It was always about going to heaven.
Yes.
They kept you focused on the afterlife,
Yes.
right? It was just like, oh, just tolerate this life, and soon and very soon you gonna see the King. But if you read, right, David said, I would have fainted lest I believed I would see the goodness of the Lord in the land of the what? The living. Right, like God wants us to live a good life here on earth. But I always tell people, read your Bible. The Bible talks about heaven about 700 times. It talks about wealth more than 2,000 times.
Yeah. Here.
You see what I'm saying? And so if I'm reading the book correctly, right? He said, beloved, I wish above all things that you prosper and be in good health, even as your soul prospers. Right? I delight in the prosperity of my servant. The blessing of the Lord make it rich and added no sorrow. Like they didn't teach that when I was growing up. I knew about Jonah in the belly of the goddamn whale. We knew all about Lazarus, come forth, you know what I'm saying? But nobody taught us about money.
Wow.
And so again, and I feel like that's where the Black churches are really failing us.
Wow.
Because it wasn't until 2017, Kim, that I went to church and the first time I heard, I love prosperity preaching. Let me just go. Talk to me about money. I want to hear about it. You know what I'm saying? Don't talk to me about, I don't care about the lion and you know what I'm saying? Let's talk more about wealth and how to, and right now and how to build the money now, not focusing on the afterlife and just suffer through this life until you get there, right?
Wow.
Yeah. Exactly. But again, I feel like that has really hurt us. And so, and like I said, I can't tell you how many churches that I've gone to offer free workshops. And they treated me like I was in there trying to work a sex prostitution. I'm serious.
Wow.
Like would not be open to me giving the information. And I'm dealing with multimillionaires and billionaires who are looking for places to invest and park their money. And you mean to tell me you ain't got no small business owners in here who need money?
Right.
So how do we, because again, that's what we congregate on Sundays. We the most religious people in the world. In the brunch.
Salute.
And I'm like, that don't even make sense. Because if you're a kingdom person, if you're a believer, right? Wealth is your portion. Wealth is your birthright. So how is it that we continue to walk in, in lack? How is that?
How they were conditioned and they just, excuse my language, but they mind fucked us to believe certain things.
Yeah.
Which just aren't true.
Yeah.
Right. And you can tell the same lie for so long that it begins to be the truth.
Yeah.
But you've been mentally masturbating for so long, you think it's the truth.
Hold on, let me write that down. That's our book right there.
Is that the next question?
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Now we got kids.
So, okay, I'm sorry. Oh, I didn't see it. I'm sorry.
We drawn, get your flow.
All right, so, So how do you correct that?
Yeah.
Out with the old, in with the new.
Yeah.
Okay, out with the old, in with the new, all right, and at some point, cause they about the money, church about the money, it's a business. It's a business, all right, and they about the money, and they don't wanna screw up their money, all right, so they can keep their sheep coming in and keep them tithing based on what quote unquote they say is tithing. What we did this morning was tithing, when we were out there serving the homeless.
Absolutely.
That's tithing.
Yeah.
All right, so I don't have to give you my money, to tithe, and so out with the old, in with the new is all I can really say, and then we make a choice on who we're gonna support that wants to be a part of our narrative and continue with our children and our future, all right?
I agree.
Okay, look, what he said.
Yes,
Cause you got Bishop Don Juan, look, you know, from generation to generation, barely holding on. And so he has this mindset that everything should be this certain way. And that's what it is. It's like this generational curse, for the lack of better terms, that because this person is sitting high and looking low feels like it should be that way.
Yeah.
And it's all mental. They're stuck in their ways, and their congregation needs to be under that umbrella. So like he said, out with the old, it's time to bring some new blood.
Yeah. And some of these old doctrines just have to die. It just makes me think about, like, I think things in the book of Deuteronomy, when God was like, y'all been circling this mountain long enough.
That's right.
Y'all go north.
That's right.
Right?
That's
It's
right.
like we've been, what was supposed to take, what, 11 days to 40 years?
That's right.
And so he's like, oh, I got to let these die.
Yeah.
Right. And
Literally.
right, literally. So that the people who needed to be in the promised land could get that tip.
This is the old lady talking again. Y'all ain't spending that much time in church anyway. Look at me, I mean, we can use any excuse we want about why we don't do better about our money. The truth of the matter is that we are consumers. We refuse to produce. It's too hard to be on the front end of stuff. And we literally don't want to do the hard work. I mean, I was talking to a good friend of mine, and she was saying that they're having all of these, this being recorded. They're having all of these different demonstrations. No, you good at this place where they're just gonna reenact all of these moments where I don't know how they're gonna serve us in terms of fueling us to not get past it, but I think that every one of my ancestors worked so that I would not have to work in the place that they work.
Right, absolutely.
And so, I go to church because I like church. I just like the whole singing and talking and the people. I mean, it's been in college since I was 9, y'all, and I ain't never wanted for nothing. So it works. It's a principle that works for me.
Oh, it works.
Right? I mean, it is one of my investment strategies. I believe that. I believe what I believe, right? I believe that God reduces the violence on my behalf. And I know the time is money, so I get my time, my money, and my resources, right? But I feel like a person with a money problem already put money in that problem.
Amen.
So I don't know how you can feel like if you just do your time, you're not gonna get more time. This time is already set, right? Yes. So if you want more goodness in the earth, then you put out goodness. You want more peace in the earth, then you become a peaceful person. You want more money, you put out money. It's just the law of attraction. It's just the way things work, right? So here's the thing. Where you putting your money? You ain't putting it in the church. You don't own no teams. You don't own no dealerships. You don't own no neighborhoods. You don't own no, where you putting your money?
Right. Yeah.
I think that we need to spend time, not so much practicing what we preach, but preaching what we actually practice. That's why these type of platforms are really great, because motivation starts something, but habit keeps it going.
Yeah.
So
Absolutely.
just this small room right here, if we told 10 people or 100 people online about, hey man, you want to go switch from being a producer instead of a consumer, because every seed we get, we eat it, right? We eat oranges, we don't grow them.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? We buy cars, we don't make them. You know, I mean, but I feel I had a convenience store because I just wanted to test the idea of who you gotta be to go buy something low and sell it high. Who you gotta be? Nobody, just a person who can, with a warm body. You can actually rent out a space, put some shelves in there, put some stuff on there, buy it for $1 and sell it for $5. It's not against the law, y'all. I did it for 10 years, a laundromat. All you gotta do is go lease some washing machines and.
And it doesn't have to be fabulous.
And it don't.
It just don't have to be
So I want, that's really what I wanna do, is I really been wanting to teach people how to open and run convenience stores, because it's the biggest money maker ever, it's the easy exchange of money, and y'all probably gonna stop at, everybody probably gonna stop at one on the way home.
Oh, yeah.
They don't make money on the gas, they make money on.
Yeah.
On the convenience store.
Yeah.
So, like I said, for me, it's just a mindset change.
Absolutely.
And you can start it today. You can just like go out of here with the mindset that everything that I buy, I can sell.
Can I say, can I add something?
Oh, go ahead, Kim.
I'm so sorry. So, it has been, so you all, of course, you had to be blind not to see that William A. Lawson passed away this week, and I was born and raised in that church. And I can tell you, when I entered into other spaces, because you know, when you're 20 and I'm go where I want to do and whatever, and you start to see the mindset of not sharing and everybody's under this roof. There are at least 15 churches, including Brentwood, that we were able to start. Including Brentwood and other churches, the Luke and all of these other churches. And what he would often say is, if you live in that area, go over there and bring your money.
That's right.
And put a check in the plate.
That's
You don't have to come and bring it here, put your check in the plate. But being a bridge and building people, as you, sir, are doing, and making sure that people who have nothing are connected to people who have something.
Right.
Opening the door for somebody else is always important. You cannot be bigger, you cannot do anything unless you share the knowledge and plant the seeds. Someone posted on Facebook, and this is it. Someone posted on Facebook about Jeff Goldblum not leaving his kids $40 million. Why would he need to leave them a dime? Just their soil that their network.
Yeah.
How could they not be able to thrive? So I was planning, no, my father didn't leave me $1 million, but he left me $5 billion in resources and contacts.
Yes.
He left me people that I can call on the phone, like a Reverend Lawson or whomever, right? Tiffany knows, Kim, can you call? Absolutely. Because opening the door for her opens the door for generations. It's not just about how I'm going to do it, it's about how we're going to do it.
Absolutely.
So being raised in a church like that.
Yeah.
Makes you understand that, no, it's not just.
Right.
To that note, law of reciprocity says you gotta let it go out before it come back in.
That's right, that's right.
And you gotta practice that, you just can't say it.
That's right.
Yes.
That's right, give and it shall be.
Give
Give
it
it
up.
right, you gotta give
Press
first.
down, shake it together, and
Run it
run.
over. And that's the part that people forget. Shall me and give unto you, because I don't know why. We're looking up like, oh God, and he's like, I put the people in your.
That's right.
You're supposed to get it from them.
Yeah.
They got the resource right up to you.
Preacher.
Like, you can see I grew up in.
I gave them to give to you.
That's right, I gave it to them to give to you. So as we'll end this, thank you for that, Kim. That was a perfect segue. I want to ask each one of you, and we'll just take a minute or less for everybody to tell, how do you plan on giving in this next season? So as you guys know, I run a conference called Access Granted, and the conference is all about, you know, connecting founders and funders. And since we've been established, we've been able to deploy over $6 million in funding through private and equity investors. Small businesses, right? So that is my passion, helping people get the funding that they need to grow and scale their business. Because I always tell people, growth and scale are two different things. Just because you have a growing business does not mean it's scaling. And right now, in this particular market, a lot of the investors are looking for businesses that are scaling. It's not really hard to do, especially if you have the right investors behind you with the right capital. So Ms. Tip, how do you plan to move the needle in this season?
Well, the Billionaire Network, that's what I don't know, I just came up with the name, I was like, I these brilliant people that want $1 billion, or even have $1 billion mindset. So I know that anything like that, we don't have, it's gonna have to be more than one person.
Absolutely.
So I just continue to try to connect people, I try to vet them, if they ain't right, I try to help them get on the right path, make sure their foundation and infrastructure is perfect, I try to help people get bankable, get fundable in spaces like yours, cause it ain't no hookup. All right, you gotta have, listen, if you want the paper to work, you gotta have the paper to work.
Yeah.
Period.
That's a bar. That's a bar right there.
Going to jail. So that's it, I mean, just connect and staying in spaces like this. And really being passionate and genuine about really wanting to see other people win. You gotta unravel that bitterness and that envious and that competition in your heart. And you gotta really want to see other people win. That's why that's why I need to do is ask God every single day, like, man, help me to be who I say I am.
Absolutely.
Be who you say you are, do what you say you're gonna do, call the people back, show up, get in the paperwork, you know what I'm saying, meet the deadline, stop procrastinating, no excuses, just results. That's what I say to myself and other people.
I love that.
I love it.
So Vaughn, how you helping people to win in this season?
I'm in the community every day. That's it right there.
Yeah.
One thing about it is though, going back to the original question, I'm not gonna hold everybody up. What you had, everybody spoke, and I ain't get a chance to say myself.
Do your thing, brother.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's one of the, so in order, it's gonna be, like everybody said right here, it's gonna be mental conditioning. We gotta go all the way back to the root of some of the situations that's occurring and that's still happening in our communities. Our people don't know a lot of stuff. They're gonna, any reaction gonna be based off that what they know.
Yeah.
They best thinking gonna get them to that whatever they put out there. We don't know how to eat properly. When I was growing up in Sunnyside, I mean, your brother grew up together, went to school together. Everybody in the neighborhood had a garden in the backyard. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
So it's stuff going on, and I ain't gonna go too deep, but that food out there ain't real.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And some of that food that we put into our system is messing with our.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying? So what we doing right now, we have something going on, my brother Kyle, in the nonprofit sector, you gather more strength as a collective.
Absolutely.
Collaborations.
Yeah.
And it's something we can do in competition as well. But we just had a advisory board meeting yesterday. We teaming up with several nonprofits and community-based organizations throughout the city because we have ties with Harris County Juvenile Probation Department that's about to give funding to an organization we connected with to train other organizations to be mentors to these kids that's coming home. Okay, a lot of these kids not going home. But the ones that's coming home, they want to make sure, or we're gonna make sure that it's a mentor in every neighborhood to be able to receive these kids and put them in a position to have success.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying?
Positioning them for greater economic mobility.
Exactly.
Well, for me personally, like I said, I started the woke money movement, to be just that, the resource, the hub, you know what I mean? So, it's just kind of like, you know, what was said previously, for those that got it, let's connect with the community who doesn't. And even if you got it, how can we help serve you better, right? So I just want to continue to be the financial literacy plug, for the lack of better terms, your cash flow connection, right? And I just want to continue to serve. So like with Alan, like I told him, anything that you need. I think the problem is, you know, competition versus collaboration. Everybody wants to compete, everybody wants to be the big dog. But I think in this season, it's about humility So that way we can be servants and actually, you know, get some real work done. Because it's gonna take, you know, those that are up here, right, to humble themselves and get it done. So that's where I'm at today. And just being a servant and using my platform and collaborating with whoever wants to collaborate with me, you know, to be able to get those resources out to our people.
Absolutely. One of the investors who came to my last conference in Dallas, the first thing that he started with when he got on stage, he said, at this level, and he was talking about the top 1%. He was like, it's 95% collaboration. 95%.
Absolutely.
Right? It's not about competition, it's about collaboration.
Right.
And a lot of times we over sensationalize independence. Independence is so overrated and collaboration is so underrated.
Yes.
CJ?
It takes a team to win, all right?
Yes.
Together, everyone acquires more as a team,
That's
being
right.
and collaborating. When you are competing, there's gonna be a winner and a loser, right?
Absolutely.
But when you collaborate, everybody wins.
Win-win.
I'm big on relationships, all right? And so based on the form relationships that I've had throughout my life, I'm able to call back on individuals, and when I need something, I can reach out to them and they can help me, right? And so I just try to reach out to people who may not be aware of certain trends and certain things that's happening with or without them. I have an excellent legal team that represents me, no matter what. I have an excellent financial team that takes care of me. I have really good friends that care about me as a human being, not just because of whatever. And I have a very loving family that supports me.
Amen.
And so, my wife. And what do? I just talk to everybody, you know? You got $473.37, buy a dispenser. I'm gonna show you how to get high on your own supply. If you don't get high on your own supply, you know somebody that does. You don't know somebody, I ain't the person to talk to. But if you wanna make some money, I'm gonna try to get a check. Every Friday with a comment. That's what I do.
Yeah, exactly. I totally agree. I believe relationships are the key to advocacy, and then advocacy is the key to access. And that's how we get access to the resources that we need. I want to thank Ms. Tiffany, Vaughn, Ms. Kat, and CJ for their time today. Anybody? Thank you, Kim.
You want to be able to come and say this one, you want to make sure that you support the bar. And y'all, make sure you take care of your bartender, get yourselves a drink so that we can come back to this lovely space.
Watch your pat on hand.
Thank you.
I missed it last year. Yes, sir.
Thank you.
I missed it last year.
All this content.
We definitely gotta go on. I'm so much.
My brother. How you doing, man? Doing well.
But I was not. Yeah, but he knows good.
Right.
So, would you, I don't know. Simple salons. Yeah. So if I have.
Yeah.
We can find always one to help us get it done. Never mind. So, hey.
You're fine. We go to the fair a little bit.
Okay. Oh, okay.
In my
Oh, Go by fast. Yesterday, it looked like Sunday. Food up. You fall asleep.
Okay, so this is I'm stable. Okay, so. Right, and what we do. This whatever it is. Okay. So you talk about statement. So how work that. Okay.
No problem. Okay, who's calling me? His name.
So, okay, so your name is the name of the friend. That's what it's so you found the answer. Maybe not talking about it. See, look at okay, so definitely want to use the context.
You want, we have like, any of the digital cards?
Okay, perfect. So you did a phenomenal job. I knew I was doing it. Yeah, I knew you got it.
She came in preaching bars and everything. Lay down the word one time, Sunday. You need that.
Yeah, correct. How I say.
Pass not card. Go ahead, scan.
Right.
Because I be the same way. Like, okay, how you do this?
Okay, and that's my card.
I need to send you, before I post it, or just send it, we're gonna send you a college flyer.
Say what?
College flyer.
Send college flyer.
We're gonna send it to you. To notify. You know how it's
There's a different.
Okay. We have LinkedIn at some point, didn't we? Or, oh, yeah. Or do I have your information?
So this is I have a vision, right? So we are really doing the exhibitions with the digital screens, but my team is largely exhibitions, right? And so I got my sponsorship back. definitely want to be able to expand.
And there, that's all I do is just connect.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, what's your, Alan, what's your last name?
DHORN.
Right, thank you. Okay.
We need to, we need to connect that access grant. I'm in the middle of a big race right now. Love to, work with you on pictures of it. I'll be working at that.
I'd love to hear about y'all trying to raise, how y'all going about it, all that.
It's a different way of reading. That's the life.
Okay.
Straight and talk. Girl, you know how to shut the girls up, don't you, baby? You the moderator with the.
Oh, I didn't take a picture with the panel.
No, seriously, you are great.
Thank you.
Awesome.
I didn't take a picture.
Take a picture with the panel. Okay. DJ.
Yeah.
The panel picture, please. This one is for the magazine.
Great, I love the environment. I've been a full-time trainer for 6 years now. I would like to. No, that actually, I mean, that really the private equity and what sells and trading is probably good. A lot of more about it. I love it.
Like Mark in the park.
Right, so I need to be aligned with that, so I just need to be in front of them, just have a conversation, that's what I need. We can moderate,
I talked to him a few times. I mean, we were all a long way together. Powerful man. You weren't on the panel, sir. Right, that's a powerful man.
Want to get this fixed?
Oh, I'm being very glad. Powerful.
I am in trouble from my very powerful person.
Wait, I gotta do it again.
Here people here, here people here. Okay, so now the camera's front and smile. All right. Yeah, I got this one. All right. Don't even know that.
Be like, hey, I feel like yeah, that's all good though. You know, I see the problem, work it out. So that's where you go. Okay, it's all good. Good about yourself. Feel like I got
Figure out, that plan, you know, plan
But there's, you know what I'm saying? So you need a lot. Because I used to, you know, when it comes to, you know, all this stuff, so they keep all your records. I used to work with a lot of those. When I go there, I meet people, they say, man, ever to want to open up these doors. That's what she was saying, but that's the lady, she said, she's like, you gotta get out.
They know what they restarted. They're trying Good meeting you again. I think I thought you were.
Yeah, that you did. I'm right.
Oh, I would say, don't.
Very important. McQueen's_HTX.
I'm not. I'm not doing this. I'm not doing. I got to get creative. So I started.
Collaboration, you and the fam, see how it goes. Anything I can do to help you too. Reach back out.
All right.
So I would like.
We'll be right on.
See if they like it.
I got a story. 1101.50. Right? They found oh, well, I was paying him up $11.
Okay, no, honestly, just started putting myself on information out there with the kids, like a great way. No.
It is served, honestly. So.
You know, and, I really got kind of feeling like the help. And so there's the, like, so there's like your way to, manage.
They're too advanced.
Yeah.
I got a couple. I need to learn how to build a team today. My uncle is trying to take it. But me, the questions I ask, they're so hard to move. What I'm gonna do is, you and I can sit down. Real brief. There are only two things that you all do in that video. That company is a customer acquisition. I'm looking for a client. That's one of them. The other way, we're looking for people to become business owners and sell that service. Those are the only two things y'all do. There's a back. In America, the Irish code that takes the Irish code says you have to and you have to be in most people everybody is not studious enough to learn credit. So the media is we couldn't even learn that. So you white boys and now we get to be a part for 470. You can't show somebody like that. You understand? Show them. Everybody wants to what you can ship it. Put their investment. How there's a profit. But you can't do that over a simple 5-minute conversation or you don't have to choose. Personal development. Just be my uncle, my dear brother, your top two income earners. So my relationship with someone that knows everything. Whether you know or not, you're connected to that brings credibility. So, you may not know, but you know who knows. Just a matter of
Look, my people, I know what to do. My people, you know, she's like, you better. Thank you, thank you. Okay, look, nothing on it. I know.
We good? Yes, sir. I've been, I you too. A lot of my business partners, friends, they're younger than me. I had fear.
I ain't doing it.
Not go south.
Surprise, guys.
People think it's like, yes, the president is speaking of law. This is where it's gonna make a difference. The teacher. I really do. Yes, like, I graduated high school. They put out the- Nobody ever tell me to grab the lawnmower and just go home.
So,
You know, it's only here.
Great. It's just like a camera. It might be live. Oh, bro.
We're not in a position. Any level. Monday, the streaming service and the streaming design also operate. Because how the consumer is kind of fighting back. So now, I should have been not one game. It's 18. There's arguments, why did you pay 18? Then you got Amazon, so you get Prime, you got Prime, you get like right now, together because there's more that rating because Disney bleeding. I'm sure they're great. Like hurting back, you have or do you have? You walk out the door with $30,000 in that $30,000. Yeah, that's what I mean. There's 100,000 units. You got a perfect bag.
Get people on the trail. Find out what company manufacturers working. Invest in their company. Every time that stock moves, you get paid. Louis somebody. Yeah, LVMH is checking. He goes back and forth between Richardson and the second and the first incorrection. That's a step. He's got liquor and he's got. So if you take that. You get all the. They can grab it up and get you in your pocket and put it in. Pleasure meeting you. I think it's information. Reach out. I really want to learn. It's one of the people I never had to great ideas. Business has to share. Just appreciate
For example, yeah, I would love to connect for trying to go to lunch or no, I have my heart about to get into lunch next or something. Yeah, well. I just don't like
Coming into hand at 4 or 5 in the morning, if I wake up, it's, you know, yes, so, you know, so, no, I just, I do my favorite. Don't do any of those money accounts, anything like that. There's so much. No, I call myself the Kim Valley because I love you. I can remember everything about it. But and I did not do that with you. No, I did not. Better trader of all things, trade again, I can take it but it's more technical based than anything else. Fundamentally, I don't matter. Take it first, then try step two. Okay, so you're that. Go and then go in and over the other side. So it was super just my eight high school students. And they got so there. That woman I am most find out. I found myself asking So that's why I'm not. We may be able to, like.
Right.
The younger generation are getting children.
Yeah, good. Yes.
Sam, what's up? She really brought it, she started the church side, but y'all understood where y'all was going.
Okay, yeah, but I absolutely.
Well, you gotta think about it. You gotta think
And we glad. So, we have rabbi.
It's a powerful purpose. And like people like myself, oh, but I felt because I got like a lot of them. Before they get down, which is in all the and I was thankful for church. I realized that no matter where I go, no matter where I go, church, you have